Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons, this is Bug Fables. I did promise progress in this episode, and we will have that, but first... Okay, never mind. Let's try that again, shall we? But first, a 4 or 5 minute detour just to do a little bit of housekeeping. Namely, the Golden Seedling. The only change in my medal loadout between the end of last episode and now is I put on the Seedling Affinity medal.
Incredible! This is the Golden Seedling of Legends! It brings fortune, health, and love, if one can best it. It has unholy defences. Not even my piercing horn is getting through. Oh my. I need to think of a way to prevent its escape while we whittle it down.
So yes, these are the amazy daisies of this game. They will flee at the first chance they get, usually. If they attack, they do unholy amounts of damage, like 11 or more HP in a single turn, and their defense is listed as question mark because the way it works is, first of all, multi-hitting attacks do not count. They count as one hit and that's it, and Ice Rain is the only exception. But anyway, damage is calculated as whatever damage you do is divided by 10 and then rounded up. So functionally, you do 1 HP per attack, but if there's one Golden Seedling and you have Chompy, do 1 basic attack per member of the team plus Chompy and you're fine. So, yeah. Also, I de-equipped Bug Me Not, which gave me the extra medal point to put on the Seedling Affinity medal, and that was the second encounter. And yeah, well, after that, I thought, well, first of all, you get a Tangy Berry for every Golden Seedling per encounter, and I thought, you know what, let's try my luck. Let's go in for another round. And this is post-commentary, by the way, and yeah. 2 Golden Seedlings in the following battle, which means that if we get out of this in one piece, we're getting 2 more Tangy Berries. And this is a good opportunity to demonstrate that Ice Rain is the only multi-hitting attack whose multi-hits actually count. Also, they have 999% freeze resistance, so don't even try. Now, last I heard, Kabu's Understrike somehow does no damage to them whatsoever, so don't use that, but otherwise, as I said, Ice Rain is the only multi-hitting attack that multi-hits them. Look at how much exploration points they're worth. We got 50 for beating 2 of them in a single battle. Yeah, it's a good thing to do if you're worried about levels, but there is, as alluded to last time, a max cap on how many levels you can achieve, so I'm not going to worry about that. Now, we're getting kind of full on items, which brings me to the second point of housekeeping in this episode, which I'm gonna go and deal with now. Namely, we've got all this stuff burning holes in our pockets, or my pockets, screw you, you're not doing any of this. So I thought, let's go and do some cookery. By the way, I was wrong. Bug Me Not will automatically defeat a seedling even if there's a Golden Seedling in the battle. The Golden Seedlings do not overwrite Bug Me Not. Anyway, I've swapped my medals back now, and first of all, just cooking a honey drop by itself makes a glazed honey, which we're about to see. It must be 1 honey drop. If you mix 2 honey drops, then you get an Obama honey instead. I've also elected to combine Tangy Berry and Honey Drop for Tangy Jam, a Tangy Berry and Clear Water for Tangy Juice, Tangy Berry and Dark Cherries for a Berry Smoothie, Burley Berry and Squash for Plumpling Pie, Dark Cherries and Spicy Berry for Cherry Bombs, a Danger Spud by itself for a Baked Yam, Squash by itself for Squash Puree, Danger Shroom, Glazed Honey, Sweet Danger, a Crunchy Leaf and a Clear Water to make a plain tea, which we'll need for later, Honey Drop, Magic Ice, Honey Ice Cream, and Dark Cherries and a Magic Seed for a Miracle Shake. So that ought to deal with our excessive inventory situation. And finally, before we get onto the main fruit of this episode, I thought, hey, let's just buy up all the remaining medals at the Emporium in the Underground Tavern. Well, I say I'm getting every medal except for, and you can see me having to avoid it now, the Lucky a Day medal, which we don't have need for. There are 2 crystal berries left, it costs 2 crystal berries, so I'll just wait until I get the last 2 crystal berries in the game to come back and buy the most useless medal in the game. So, with all that out of the way, let's get on with the episode proper. Okay, here we are, and this is live recording now, and it feels weird to just jump in and start an episode without doing my intro, but yeah, we've done enough faff, so let's finally make a proper start on Chapter 7 and enter the Giants Lair.
What is this feeling? It's as if I was carrying many boulders.
We've read this before, but it feels like a pertinent way of starting our time here. Yeah, it's some sort of violent aura.
I'm fine. Aren't you guys overthinking it? but it is kinda creepy in here.
Yeah. When I first got here, I feel like I compared it to the final dungeon of like a Xenoblade Chronicles game, and I would say that's accurate. And then later I ended up comparing Area Zero in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet to here as well. It's just, we're in the end game, honey. And the game wants to make sure that you know about it. So there's a lot of ambience, let's say.
Wait. Goddess Venus, what's the matter? Listen, this is very important. I've been keeping track of your travels through my buds, but this is my limit. I can't help you past here. You'll be on your own.
We can feel some strong bloodlust coming from the area ahead.
Yes, this is where the Deadlands start. Disgusting, heinous creatures roam that area where the giants lived. They are stronger than anything you will find in Bulgaria. I can't fathom why they've never tried crossing over. The roaches braved such horrors just to hide the everlasting sapling?
Makes sense, right? It's the ultimate challenge.
This isn't a game, I'm serious.
We're serious too. This ain't just about treasure anymore.
The Wasp King seems determined to go on ahead, beyond reason. Even though it's dangerous, we can't risk him succeeding in his quest.
Yeah, we can't let him roam around, for everyone's sake.
Oh, please be careful. I've grown so fond of you all. If you need any healing, just ask me. I really won't be able to help later.
Thanks. All right, team. We're going after that jerk.
I mean, you say that, you're still going to charge us full price though, which I don't much care for, but I've put all my money in the bank. You can see my exploration total is where it was at after we dealt with those golden seedlings. I'm fairly sure I got my medal. Okay, Bug Me Not is on, Seedling Affinity is off. That being said, Bug Me Not will not help you here. I mean, it might. There is a real chance that it might. But I'm going to put Quick Flee on just in case. There may be better things to spend that stuff on, but for the time being at least, I could go back and buy the, there's a medal that prevents you from losing berries when running from battle. And I could go back and get that, but I'm deciding, yeah, I'm going to Leroy Jenkins it. Now, I'm putting a lot of emphasis on fleeing from battle. This is the Deadlands, honey. You need to be at peace with knowing that fleeing from battle is an option. And ho-ho! What do we have here? We have a searchlight that is also an eye. Here's an eye. Hide underground. You don't want to get got. Except I kind of do for demonstration purposes. What in the name of goodness have we here? As I said, welcome to the Deadlands. This is a Deadlander Gamma, which has implications.
What cursed creature would carry these monsters with ease? We may even need to consider retreating. We must block those spore missiles, but that claw cannot be ignored either.
So yeah, they are not messing around here. So let's just run. Any time you get spotted by those eyes, the powers that be will summon into existence a Deadlander Gamma. It is in your interests to not have that happen. So try to not be seen. There's not much else I can say about that. Now, a fun little anecdote, I guess. I believe that eye is also used elsewhere in the game, but I don't remember what for off the top of my head. I know that... Wait, no, I think I'm getting it backwards. When you look through the Elioscope in the Bee Kingdom Hive, the telescope thing that lets us look out across Metal Lake, you can point it towards the Giants Lair, and you can see a shadow shuffling in the background. And I think it's implied to be whatever owns that eye. Now, I'm just checking over here because I know at some point they start putting, like, tempting things on these various platforms. And I'm just making sure there isn't something here now, like a, a medal or something, because ultimately I would rather like to collect them all, and I think we're good, so let's just run away. But yes, you can see a shifting shadow that is implied to be the owner of that eye, and it is just the model of the spider from Snakemouth Den. Just made to be all silhouette-y and suspicious and stuff. And hey, there's another... We saw one of these out in the Forsaken Lands, and it was implied to be the terrarium that contained... What in the goodness is that sea cucumber-looking piece of ass? It was implied to contain the Primal Weevil, which suggests that the Primal Weevil itself may also be a Deadlander. Okay, well, what flavour have we here? Well, we've had the Deadlander Gamma, which is far and away the most avoidable of the bunch. This is the Deadlander Beta, or Beta, depending on your accent.
This disgusting, poison-vomiting creature is simply out of my reach. Leaf, I have never needed you more than I do now.
Once again, don't be afraid to run away. Make it as easy for yourself as you can. Here we go. Here's completing the Holy Trinity. Or rather, Unholy Trinity. We have the Deadlander Alpha.
The real monsters don't compare to the Northern Tales. What firepower! Focus on blocking its poison, team. Leaf, unearth it when it burrows.
Again. Just run. Now, to be clear, you can fight them. They are very much fightable. It's just a really bad idea to do that. Run away, man-infested destiny. No escape, headfirst into the outbreak. This is our apocalypse, doomsday at our fingertips. Right, enough quoting Motionless in White.
Oh! I didn't even see that claw coming down until it was already up in my business.
So, yeah, this place is kind of intense. What do you mean I have to ground pound this book? What game do you think we're playing? You can't dig into it, by the way. And yet, oh yeah, it is a book. So yeah. Now, if you've been with my channel for a protracted period of time, you'll know that I hate stealth with a burning pornography. And there is... Well, I don't hate this section because it's... The stealth is optional. You can brute force it. Now... I think what we need to do is climb up onto these coins using the drop of water from over yonder. But all without you being seen. And bear in mind, just because there's an eye doesn't mean to... If anything, that does go to imply that there's a body attached as well. And as was demonstrated in the previous room, they're not deaf. They notice things. This ice cube may well get got by the powers that be. I don't remember if that is an option, but as ever, you're going to want to not be seen. Okay, so you tolerate the cube. We can live with some cube tolerance. Everyone needs a bit more cube tolerance in their lives. I need to get you into position, pretty sharpish, because obviously take too long and the ice cube will melt. And oh, there's another one, and you have a hand. Now, I'm saying all of this. I don't know exactly what to expect because I've only played this section of the game once before in my life, and that was on my personal playthrough. So I remember the vibes of this area, but I don't remember the moment-by-moment progression. So I'm fully availed of the threats, but just not necessarily the way in which they're organized. Oh, come on, I was burying. So, as I've said, you can fight the Deadlanders. I dare say it may well be worth your while to at least try, because you'll most likely get exploration points for it. I don't actually remember that, so take that with a pinch of salt. We're probably going to have to fight some at some point anyway, it's just... If you can get away with not fighting, try not to, because each one is it basically has all the stats of a boss in its own right. And, the game's not going to be kind to you. It won't think, bless Diddums, you've already fought 3 Deadlanders in a row. will give you a bit of reprieve and heal you. No. They're regular enemies. They are... Oh, I fell down prematurely, don't mind me. Can I get back up here? Can I get back up here? I can get back up this way. Can I get back up, please? Have I fallen in an inopportune location? It seems I may have done. But as you can sort of see from, like, the way the eyes appear in different places. Can I get back up, please? Is that really so much to ask? Okay. I didn't notice this lever until it was too late. So, do a bit of switch, flip, hitty. Wow, I actually said all those words correctly. Don't see me, thank you. I'm at a loss for words. The game asks a lot of you at this point. Just get good, try to be up to the challenge. As you can see, digging is your friend, diggy, hole, etc. And this is one thing. I thought this was later on in the area than it is. Go away. Now here's something that we've not seen before, and I remember it, but I remember it from being a lot later into this area than it is. But, a red crystal. So, blue crystals let you save. Yellow crystals let you save and heal. So, what do the red ones do? Well, I don't want to fight you because there's actually two of you in this battle, but fine, I guess we'll have to. So, for demonstration purposes, why not? Suddenly I feel vindicated in putting the antlion jaws onto V. What should I do? Well, the antlion jaws only affect basic attack, so I don't remember any of the strategy here. I don't think you can even make these guys fall out of the air. So, suffer, basically, is the order of the day. Now, really, I should be putting all my firepower onto the Deadlander Alpha, because Kabu and Chompy can only attack that, and I think Leaf as well. So, maybe this was foolishness on my part. Fine, so be it. It's just now occurring to me that I should have put Kabu in the front because of the first plating, but it's whatever. Let's be a little bit reckless. Let's try some Ice Rain. My expectations are low. Can we hit you as well? As you can see, they're giving fungal, but also viral, but I don't think they're weak to ice. So, just be prepared for pain. I feel like I blocked that, but apparently I didn't. Well, I blocked that at least. And I super blocked that one. But yeah, these guys hit like trucks. Beep, beep. Don't take them on lightly. I cannot stress that enough. And again, should have put Cabo in the front. I will never learn my lesson, but it's fine. There is a reason why I'm being this reckless. But first of all, Ice Rain again. So first of all, we need to do 4 damage to you, I think. Okay, so you're dead. We can now focus on dealing with you. As you can see, they're not exactly inclined in favor of freezing. So don't have that be the core of your strategy. Haha. I did some blockery. Leaf has been numbed. We're getting some good exploration points for this, at least. So, you know, things could be worse, all told. And I believe, with the power of the 3 golden seedlings that we fought, that plus defeating this should give us a rank up. Even if it doesn't, I have a solution, so it's fine. Okay, good. Upwardly, we have ranked. Do we get any bonuses, or is it just a regular rank up? It's probably just a regular rank up, and as ever, I'm going for the medal points. I do believe there is an upper limit to the, like, there is a maximum rank for each individual stat, so I can only keep pumping the medal points for so long. And I'm also slightly paranoid about the prospect of that thing respawning. Probably won't, but just in case. Now, Really? Really? Excuse me? Now, as I've said, those things have eyes, they also have ears. This is a trap. So, blue ones save, yellow save and heal, reds just heal, which is why I was being so reckless before. They're also rather loud. I don't think I fully adequately demonstrated that, but be cautious when hitting that crystal because it will attract the attention of that eye in the background, which will inevitably summon a Deadlander Gamma if it sees you. You're going to want to hit it remotely if you want to reap its benefits. So it is a free heal, but at a cost. I know what I said.
This place is absolutely dreadful! I've sung in more known pubs fancier than this.
Those Deadlanders aren't anything to mess with either. I pray we won't run into too many of them climbing this behemoth. It seems to be a machine. The Giants handle power at such a large scale.
And it's a bit chilly near it.
It reminds us of the Lost Sands' castle.
Well, whatever. It can be as tall and as cold as it wants. We're gonna climb it.
Such a simple mind.
Let's go in then. Wait!
What is it?
Everyone, we've been surrounded.
Because of course we have.
Hey! What the heck? When?
We should fall back.
There's no way out. They've completely pincered us.
Everyone, there is no choice. We fight as one.
Well spoken, my knight. I shall assist thee as well. As I said, they do expect this of you a little bit, but hey, at least this time we have Maki on side as well. So, now I'm a little less cocky. But we do have Royal Decree, which honestly seems like a good call. Thing is, with Lifecast on V, she's gonna be as good as dead if I use any of her HP as TP. So I think I'll lead with Leaf, and have Kabu use Royal Decree. They give it to us here and now for a reason. Next, Antlion Jaws on, well, I would say on the floaty one. I think what we really should do is focus on taking one of them out. Just out. Also, I'm still a little bit mentally in the zone of, oh, and I can't use attacks that hit multiple times because that only does 1 damage. No, those are Golden Seedlings. Those rules apply to them and them alone. So, this is probably, you know, not the optimal strategy. But I'm doing it. And hey, we did a decent spread of damage. We're making dents in all of them one way or another. Thank you, Maki. Very paranoid about... What worries me the most is... Okay, yeah. The attacks that do that sort of thing. Well, namely, the ones that cause numbness, because at least with sleep I think you heal a little bit. Don't quote me on that. I feel like that's correct, but this whole area's got me second-guessing everything about my flaif. You know, my flaif. Now... It is in my interest to take out this because Maki's going to probably target the closest one, and there's no point you targeting one that's easily enough to... We want to make the most of Maki being here, is what I'm getting at. Huzzah, another 6 damage. Leaf is even a sleeper than before. Well, at least that just leaves the Gamma, and hey, that means that I'm technically showing off fighting a Deadlander Gamma. And this is why I said we had all the spy cards with an asterisk. You can't, well, I say you can't encounter these prior to here and now. There is kind of... there's a situation relevant to that, which I'll address it when it becomes relevant. It won't be relevant for a while, but just put a pin in that thought. Leaf, stop being asleep. We need you. Well, we don't need you that urgently, but we need you a fair amount. Well, hey, you know what? You're not that bad. You're bad, but you're not that bad. To hell with it, I'll have another heavy strike. Worst comes to worst, we can pop back into the previous room and use the red crystal to heal. I'm not super worried because we've basically won on this turn. Anyway, that's 2 damage there. We're guaranteed to get 6 damage from Maki, but just to help him on his way, 2 damage from Chompy. Maki finished the charge. There we go. All told, could have gone a lot worse. But hey, you know, with almost not quite a third of the way to our next rank or something. Huzzah, we fight as a unit.
Good thing the others stayed back. That was close.
Not at all.
Everyone, you did splendidly. The coast is clear. Well, duh, you were with us.
Let's press forward. We need to find a way to get the others to come over. We were fortunate to have help.
The Deadlanders must be slowing the Wasp King down as well. Let's catch up.
Yes, you know, let's sit down and have a tea party here in the midst. That's not the kind of catch-up that Kabu was referring to. What is even happening over here? Giant Crystal and also Electricita. The world's favorite slide.
Zasp! Calm my fluff! I must look dashing when we take down that tyrant!
Are you, nervous?
No! It's gonna be fine! It's gonna be fine.
It will. I promise. We will protect you.
We don't need it! Seriously!
We're gonna do it anyways.
Say, Zasp, where are the other explorers?
They stayed behind. The Deadlanders were too tough for them.
Maybe we can open a path for them to come over?
Maybe. But this place is something else. For once, I fear for our safety. It's gonna be fine. We've all gotten super strong.
Thanks.
Such a massive machine. For us, the legends say the giants were huge, so these machines must have been normal sized for them. Handling such great power, how could they have vanished? And with the state this place is in, how could it happen in such a terrible way? Even though it's super old, that machine's still working. The giants made pretty sturdy stuff.
More! At least with everyone here, this place feels less oppressive.
It's only getting more dangerous as we go.
We can't stop. If the Wasp King can, we totally can too.
We must press on. We cannot let the Wasp King get to the sapling before us.
Climbing that thing will be a monumental task, however.
So, I think this is a good stopping point. So on that note, hello, what's that up there? We've seen a rock formation similar to that somewhere in the past, haven't we? Well, anyway, I have been and will continue to be Tessellating Hexagons, and, flip. In the next episode, I guess we scale the very cold monument. See you then for that.